Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Today we're going over Luke's 8-ounce baked lobster mac and cheese with garlic herb breadcrumbs that cost $10.99. Now I, the person, already know what you, the people, are thinking. $10.99 for an 8-ounce meal is a lot of money, which I would agree. But like you've heard me say before, I don't mind spending a little bit of extra money on a good, quality product. Now when it comes to seafood, I'm always leery about the country of origin. I don't have any problems with other countries, they just have different standards with their food than we do. But according to Luke's website, all of their lobsters is sourced off the coast of Maine and Canada, using sustainable methods. So any American company that supports American jobs, I'm all for. Here's the list of ingredients, and the main thing that sticks out is the lobster. There's no surimi, fish paste, or shrimp paste that can imitate the flavor and texture of lobster. So that right there alone might make this meal worth $10.99. I guess it all depends on how much lobster is in it. The whole container has 510 calories, 36 grams of total fat, 23 grams of saturated fat, a half a gram of trans fat, 160 milligrams of cholesterol, 720 milligrams of sodium, 31 grams of carbohydrates, 1 gram of fiber, 5 grams of sugars, and 17 grams of protein. The only suggested way to heat this up is in the oven, which seems to be a little bit odd, but maybe there's a reason for it. So let's get our Luke's baked lobster mac and cheese out of the freezer, out of the box, and into the oven. And you can immediately see a few good-sized pieces of lobster. So once we remove the plastic, we wrap it in foil, and then it goes into a 375-degree oven for 15 minutes. Now here's our Luke's lobster mac and cheese after baking in a 375-degree oven for a total of 30 minutes. And I see a whole lot of dry pasta and not a whole lot of cheese. It looks like either should have had more cheese in it or stirred at the halfway point. And I don't see a whole lot of the garlic breadcrumbs. So we mixed around a little bit, and as you can see, there's not a lot of cheese. So we forked a big forking forkful of the noodles and cheese first. And then into the old pie hole, and down the gullet they went. Whoa, mama. That was disappointing. The noodles were mostly undercooked, and some parts of them were hard and inedible, and there wasn't a whole lot of cheese, cream, or flavor. So we shake the piece of lobster next, and it's a decent sized piece of lobster. So into the old pie hole, and down the gullet it went. And although it was a decent sized piece of lobster, the disappointment continued. The lobster was very tough, like a well done steak, and it was extremely salty with a strong fishy taste to it. Not a good fishy taste, but a bad fishy taste. So we shaked another forkful of the pasta, the lobster, and the cheese sauce. And this looks like the creamiest bite we've had so far. And again, it's a good sized piece of lobster. And once again, unfortunately, we had total disappointment. The lobster again was chewy, salty, and fishy. Lobster should be tender and sweet. And the pasta again was undercooked and the other parts were overcooked. Inedible. This is so disappointing because I really wanted to support an American owned and operated company, but I just can't in good faith recommend to you, the people, that you should buy this. That's why I'm giving Luke's lobster mac and cheese a 2 out of 10. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.